Welcome back to Anakira Wrestling. Today marks an important day personally for me because we've got a huge international women's wrestling match as Mercedes Moné challenges the world's first hijab-wearing professional wrestler, North Phoenix Diana, for a 13th title in a groundbreaking US debut. We'll talk more about why that is such a big day for me. Next, we'll also dive deep into the world of character with Triple H. We'll also hear from Cody Rhodes about the chicken salad philosophy behind his Stardust character, and we'll also be touching Natalya's heartwarming story, and Maxxine Dupri opens up. If you're into daily wrestling news, subscribe to Anakira Wrestling and let's get right into it. Mercedes Moné to challenge world's first hijab-wearing wrestler North Phoenix Diana for APAC title. A landmark international women's match has been announced for House of Glory Super Clash event on November 15. Global superstar Mercedes Moné will challenge APAC Wrestling Women's Champion North Phoenix Diana for her title. Now, if you don't know about Diana, I'm going to be making a video about that. And I guess today's Western world and the mostly negative reaction of WWE being so pro-Saudi, you might actually see Diana as once again yet another Muslim-centric wrestler and pit her as one of those villains that you might see out of Vladimir Kozlov, the Iron Sheik, Muhammad Hassan, or the likes of it. But Diana is actually a great wrestler, which you can see from a profile where she showed a chain wrestling together with a coach and has been acknowledged by wrestlers like Charlotte Flair and Mustafa Ali. But what I haven't mentioned why this match is so important for me, because Diana and I came from the same country and I've seen how much of hard work she had put in. The only problem is that this channel has reported that Mercedes Moné charges 5 times of a fee for her match appearance and her condition is to win the title. This will be a high stakes match personally for me and I can't wait to check it out. WWE Chief Content Officer Triple H recently offered a deep dive into his philosophy on modern wrestling characters. Speaking on the All In Summit podcast, Triple H explained that today's wrestlers cannot rely on old school gimmicks like a Canadian playing a Russian because the internet instantly exposes the truth. But what about Ludwig Kaiser, a German playing an American pretending to be a Mexican? He argues that to achieve the magic of modern wrestling, performers must sort of blend who you are real life with the character that you play and blur this line. This blurring of the fourth wall is what makes fans question if the animosity of friendships are real, leading to a much more captivating product. Triple H views his role as a creative partner, working with talent to craft arcs and stories that mesh together seamlessly. And I gotta agree that Triple H got it right on this, especially when wrestling has evolved so much. We need something like this to make things interesting. Natalya shares heartfelt story about John Cena's generosity in the dungeon ahead of retirement. As John Cena prepares his final match in December, many of his peers are publicly expressing their gratitude. WWE Hall of Famer Natalya took to social media to share a particularly heartfelt message thanking Cena for his time and generosity. Natalya highlighted that the most valuable gift anyone can give is their time, and Cena never stopped giving it to others. She specifically mentioned the time Cena shared with them in the dungeon, the legendary training facility, noting that these moments will stay with us forever. Natalya praised Cena for continuously setting the standard for leadership, inspiration, and giving back to the entire roster. Cody Rhodes' named surprising favorite opponent details chicken salad philosophy of Stardust. Undisputed WWE Champion Cody Rhodes reflected on his career and characters during an interview on All the Smoke, specifically mentioning the much maligned Stardust gimmick. Cody saw the Stardust character as a challenge to make chicken salad out of chicken shit and maximize something silly, a philosophy he now sees in stars like Ludwig Kaiser and his El Grande Americano gimmick, which is a gimmick that I love so much ever since Chad Gable debuted it. When asked about his favorite opponent to work in the ring, Cody initially mentioned John Cena, but then named a surprising figure who taught him immense lesson in a short time, Jake the Snake Roberts. Cody explained that he learned from Roberts in just a single promo how a strong character can withstand having his legs cut by a legend, proving the power of character strength in the face of dominance. Maxxine Dupri opens out on WWE using real-life tragedy, reveals mom was emotional. WWE star Maxxine Dupri shared her thoughts on the tricky nature of incorporating real-life personal tragedy into wrestling storylines during an appearance on the Inside podcast. Dupri was emotional when Candice LeRae recently referenced the real-life death of her brother who inspired her current gimmick. Maxxine revealed that her mother was also deeply emotional after the mention, primarily because she hadn't been warned beforehand. Dupri emphasized that her mother's reaction wasn't based on being offended by the mention itself, but rather the surprise of hearing it brought up live on air. Maxxine clarified that if she she had given her mom a heads up, her mother would feel the same way Maxxine does about the storyline. And there you have it for today's wrestling news. What about your thoughts hearing North Phoenix Diana for the first time? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, and I'll see you in another wrestling update video.